So today I thought we'd talk about the subject of PRS. What is PRS? What do they do? Do a bit of brief history of them and the pros and cons and why you guys need to know about PRS. So PRS stands for Performance Rights Society. So P, Performance, R, Rights Society. So PRS is a British-based company that collects royalties for publishers, songwriters and composers. That's what it does, it collects royalties. Now, simple? Yeah. But really complex in the world of music. It is a complex thing to do, hence why there is a complete company that collects royalties for these people. Now, PRS was started in... Mind the camera. PRS was started in 1914 by a group of publishing companies to collect royalties on behalf of their members. So what it does, it collects royalties from performances such as live gigs, performances of work. So we could say, when I say performance of work, it gets used on a TV program, so it collects royalties. So it collects royalties from the radio, live gigs, TV and film, downloads, each time a hard copy is made, so a hard copy being CDs, DVDs and such. And then obviously it collects things from streams and other such work. When I say other such work, I mean they're constantly looking at new ways to collect royalties. So for example, YouTube. That's why Vivo kind of exists. So for every time that piece of work gets played on YouTube, Vivo, on behalf of them, gets money for the artist, which is why every time you go on YouTube and you listen to music, and it's a Vivo one, you get adverts. So these adverts then pay the royalties, which goes to the publishers, which then goes to the composers and songwriters. There we go. That explains a little bit how PRS collects money for its members on YouTube. So, why do you need PRS? Well, PRS allows you to have an income as a songwriter, composer, and such. So they'll pay you guys an income. So each time your song gets played on the radio, shall we say BBC Radio 1, you might get £5 for that one play. So let's mount up, shall we say, at any given time per day, you might get played 20 times on the radio in the UK. Now 20 times 5, for example, is £100. So that day, your song has earned you £100. Lovely. So let's give that a less bit of, shall we say, minimalist average. Let's say your song gets played on 20 different radio stations 5 times a day. So that £100 has now turned into 500. Now, your song on average gets played this amount of 5 times a day, 5 days a week. That's £2,500. There you go. Now, if you don't listen to the radio, well, doesn't really mean that it's still not earning money. Now, when I say it doesn't mean it's not earning money, I mean 20 years down the line, your song can still get played on the radio. Because if you actually listen to the radio, you'll realise that songs from like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, songs from the 60s are still getting played on the radio. Now all this earns those artists money still. Hence why you're not seeing artists from 20 years ago constantly out touring as much as modern artists are. They still tour, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is they're still earning an income from their work from 20 years ago. So that's an important part of PRS's job, is to collect these guys' royalties so these guys can still earn income. Now, if you're not a PRS member, they won't collect your royalties for you. So how do you become a PRS member? Easy. You go online, go to the PRS website, and you fill out the forms and pay your £50. Now, why £50? It's considered an administration fee. After that, you don't have to pay PRS any more money. Now, sounds too good to be true. Well, the way PRS earns their money is through percentages. When I say percentages, out of that, shall we say, go back to that £100 mark, they'll collect, shall we say, 14%. So from your money that you've earned, they'll take a fee for their services of 14%, shall we say. So out of that £100, they take £14 off, leaving you with what was it, about £86? So they leave you with £86. So you still earn a good portion of money, and they're just taking their fee. So what they do is they'll take their fee from the royalties they're collecting for you. Easy enough. £50, sign up. You just write a list of your songs, write who is the composer, and also if it's two people, you write both composers' names and then write the splittage of the works. We'll say 50-50 each. We each get 50% of the royalties, or 70-30. Less likely, but it can happen. So one person gets 70%, the other gets 30%. That's how it works. Now, PRS isn't the only collection society, and you may notice that I didn't mention record companies and such, and bands. Now, there are other collection societies, and PRS in the recent years has paired with MCPS. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on MCPS because I can, but what has happened is they've joined together, so that £50 now is an administration fee for both. And now we refer to PRS as PRS Collection Society or such. And this kind of covers for MCPS and PRS. So you really should join PRS if you're a songwriter or even just in the band, because it means that your songs and your work earns you money. It's a way to earn money for yourself in the future as well. So I hope this has been a bit of a help. So like, subscribe, leave a comment below. See you guys next time. It's next time? Really? No. Right, back to it. See you guys next time.